Hey DOT community, this is Jaeger. I'm going to give you your quick rundown on the all-new Stormtaur Minotaur Titan that dropped today. So, of course, big thing you need to know is that this footage here was recorded entirely on a test account, and a big shout out to the guys who allowed me to test up against their garrison and ultimately failed, but still open up their garrisons. I'm not going to shut them out because, of course, I don't want to expose all their defenses, but you know who you are, and thank you. But let's take a look at the skills that I got on Minotaur here. So starting out with his Rage, 56% Titan health, as well as Lightning Resist. I got a Summon Omega Storm, of course, ×1. You've got the Roaring Strike, which is critical, as well as this True Strike for the 88% Titan armor piercing, so buffing himself. And then you also have the Storm Maidens that come in with the additional armor piercing up at 88%. And Minotaur Ferocity, the next second skill, which brings in 2 more Omega Maidens and 44% Maiden Critical. So that is kind of that skill build that's out on there. And I tried to roll all offensive with this, with some of the relics that I put on there, just to see what I could do. Now, a big heads up, I'm with my test account kind of set up for more mid-level playing because I've got level 16 Storm Maidens, but I just wanted to see, like, what could he do? So I threw on the Athenian Aspis with this 40% resist against physical. We've got Storm Maiden armor as well as health, so a little kind of help them out since they're low levels. We got the Golden Apple, which again, Omega Storm Maiden damage, Storm Maiden critical, and Titan and Troop lightning damage. So with that, trying to just buff those numbers as much as I can. Hermes Sandals, we got AP for the Omegas, we've got Titan AP, and we've got Titan and Troop lightning damage again, so trying to buff damage. Again, since I've got those low-level troops, I just want to see what they really could do. I also have the all-new Storm Armor Relic. Of course, this is subject to change, but 40% Omega Armor for the Maidens, 50% Storm Maiden damage, and 40% Titan health. I think those numbers are pretty good, although the 48 is kind of an odd number in my eyes, but overall, not bad stats. I also threw on Shield of the Gods, which is Titan and Troop lightning damage, Troop health, and Titan armor. Again, help out that Infiltrator in any way that I can. And with that, the very last relic I put on is Midas's Touch, 50% Titan lightning damage, 3 lightning storm spells, and 50% Storm Maiden damage. Again, that'll go across the board for everybody. So with it, just trying to buff this damage, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an idea of some of the numbers that we pulled up here on Stormtaur. I will say, although his numbers may not be crazy impressive, I love his artwork. But we pulled in 394, just shy of 395,000 power, 12.4 for the damage, and 170,825 for the overall health. That's for Stormtaur. Speed is at 23, which does make him one of the faster, infiltrators that's on the field there. Still beating, I think, Loki, who's at 21, Ori's up at 23, and of course the other Minotaur is all up there. Got the armor piercing up at 118, armor here 35. Did get the physical resist up at 96%. The only thing though is I'm not registering any of that lightning resistance, which is a bit of a problem. I can't really think of why that resistance wouldn't be registering in his stats, so kind of missing a big chunk of that resistance there. I want to show you just kind of what I'm going to stack up against here. I tried to see just basically what could Stormtaur possibly take on. I went all out. I got some level 25 castles up there in Legends League to kind of let me just throw the power at what is, if I just go full-on offensive with the Storm Maidens, they've got 5,800 for the power, 3,000 for the damage, and 13,737 for health. So, just shy of 14,000 in health. Again, this is level 16. I can imagine at 25 this would be stacked even more. And if you didn't catch a live stream, you could see how Haig rolled in with, I think, level 21s or 22s, and actually pretty much swept the map with it. I also got these Storm Maidens up at 130% AP, 64% critical, which of course I could always work on buffing the number up there, and their damage per unit is just over 3,000 at 3032. I do have their armor at 35, and their resists are completely 0 across the board, so they're not going to really resist anything, but like I said, my goal was to go full offensive. So check out these battles. There's 3 battles that I put him up against. He goes up against a Kronos. I think this first one I've got here, it's a Paladin and went up against the Horde. I'm going to give you a heads up. All 3 of these battles, 2 of them at level 25s. Again, we went up against Horde big troops. We went up against Spearmen big troops. And we did go up against a Kronos with the Goliaths. Now, 2 of them were the level 25s. 1 of them was actually level 18. Now, heads up, as I'm saying, he lost all 3 battles, which, especially going up against that Castle 18, I was expecting to maybe kind of pull away with a win there because, I figured I would lose these. So I just wanted to see how bad and what kind of damage could I do. Going up against the 18th, I thought I really had a shot at it, and I got decimated. But check out these battles. Let me know what you guys think. In the end, for me, Stormtaur looks cool, and he might be a little bit more of a mantelpiece. But I'll talk more about that at the end. Check out these battles and see what Stormtaur brings out here. So that was our battle up against, I think it might have been Sobek. To be quite honest, it was one of those two, and it was hard for me to really tell, but I'm pretty positive that was Sobek. With that, now we do go up against Standard Minotaur with the physical. So Tor versus Tor, how does this kind of play out? Again, I've got that physical resistance, so does it really help out at all? Again, cheating answer. It's no. But let's take a look and see how we play up against these Omega Spearmen and the other Minotaur. And again, watch some of this battle in action. The unfortunate thing right here that I really start to kind of get a little bothered by is when Stormtaur starts to just run in circles. Man, does this ever need to be fixed in the absolute worst frickin' way. Circles and circles and circles until I re-target him. But again, check out this battle. Horrible loss once again. Let's see how that works out. So, terrible defeat, but now we're going to go up against one last battle here. We've got Stormtaur going up against, again, this is a Kronos, but these are only level 18 troops. Like I said, I thought I had a shot, but I lose it pretty badly. But here's a shot at Stormtaur going up against something a little bit more within his range and his bracket. And again, to me, with the resist, of course, I wasn't necessarily going to think it was going to be an absolute slaughter, but I thought I had more of a shot than I did here. But go ahead and check out this last battle featuring Kronos level 60 with the 18 Goliaths, and let's see how these Stormmaidens basically hold up. So that's the last of those 3 battles. Like I said, you know, I lost them all, basically slaughtered, but that was your look at Stormtaur, who I think at end game, he's probably more viable, and I don't have my hands on that, but hopefully we can get a better perspective. I am looking to pick him up, so hopefully I can kind of give you more perspective when I pick mine up and probably level him out, because I'm at least in the 20s with my troops. But level 16 doesn't look like he can bring it together for that mid-game area. Might be more of an end game Titan, but that's your first look at Stormtaur. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'm GamingJAEGER. I'm signing out.